Just as we have the rivalry between Bruce and Bastion, we also have the rivalry between Orfist as well as Zorga, in which they are getting some quality of life support inside DBT13. Zorga looks to be really solid in terms of the cards that he's receiving. Orfist is a little bit weird. I think it's mostly for Groma, the bad boss unit that is sneaking on the left side of the screen. This video is sponsored by Phoenix Pharah Cards. If you need supplies of singles or splits for Cardfight Vanguard, especially the ones in the video, do check out Phoenix Pharah Cards today, and as a bonus, use the promo code MetaNerd to get an amazing 5% discount. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the MetaNerd channel. I am Marcus, bringing you another video for Cardfight Vanguard Willdress. In this video, we'll be going through the support that Zorga as well as Orfist, in particularly the Masque form, support that they actually receive. These two dynamic duo is an interesting duo to say the least. These two Masque boss unit has one of the more complex deck build that we currently have in Cardfight Vanguard, because there's not only one way to build their deck, there's actually multiple ways, but in which all of those variants are looking to be really solid. However, for DBT13, I think the support that Zorga received is much more quality than Orfist, because the support that Orfist received is not really that useful for him, at least, but I think that card is much more useful for Groma. Without further ado, let's take a look at what these two Masque boss unit as well as Groma receive for DBT13. First off, we have Commands of Death Restraint, a normal order card. Discard the top card of your deck. Choose a card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your drop if it is a unit card, and put it into the hand if it's a normal order not named Commands of Death Restraint. So it's basically a 1-for-1 trade to call something back from the drop, or recycle another order card, a normal order card to be specific, from your drop back to hand. It's a really decent normal order card. Since this card is essentially free, you don't cost any resources to activate the normal order skill or recycle another order card for the next turn. 1-for-1 trade here is because you need to play this order card in order to even get a unit card or normal order card, so a little bit sad, but I guess it's still fine. One other good thing is that any deck under Stoichia is able to use this card, since it's not restricted to any of the right lines, which for this video, this card is not restricted to Zorga. It is a really good normal order card, and I think most of the Stoichia cards is able to use this card really well. Milling the top deck is okay. I mean, it's basically just set up for Zorga or any other decks that really like to superior call their rearguards from the drop zone. I mean, Zorga is definitely one of them. We actually do have a similar order card to this currently in Stoichia, which is this order card right here. The only difference between these two is that the grade 1 order card does cost 1 Soul Blast, and the trade-off here is that you are able to look at the top 3, only then you discard. These two function almost the same way. It's just how you want your deck to build towards. Do you really want to care if anything goes to the drop, or you just want to choose which unit has more value in the drop zone, or you just want to recycle your normal order cards, in which Command of Death Restraint is able to do so. The grade 1 is not able to recycle an order card. To be honest, this grade 2 or normal order card will have a really good value if order cards in general doesn't have the once per turn restriction. Until that day comes, this card is a little bit on the iffy side. Most of you guys out there will probably just use this for the superior call from the drop zone skill. Next, we have Spoof Shade. Continuous hand. When an order card would be discarded from hand by your card's ability, this card may be discarded as an order card. Second skill, continuous back row rearguard circle. If you did Alchemy Magic this turn, this unit gets 10k power. It's a substitute cost for Rancor Chain or Gather Upon Me, Year Wandering Souls. It's basically the grade 1 as well as the Super Saiyan Zorga order card, because these two are the only cards that I see so far. I might miss a card here and there within Stoichia that actually needs you to discard a order card. This guy here can be that cost, and since you are able to superior call Spoof Shade here from the drop zone, he's basically an 18k booster so long as you did an Alchemy Magic this turn, in which case this card should only be played inside a Zorga deck. I mean, there's another grade 3 boss unit that has a Alchemy Magic. For his mechanic, the Undead Dragon grade 3. This card could just, you know, let you retain some of the more important order cards that you want to have in your hand instead of being discarded to the drop zone, and very rarely that you are able to recycle back that normal order card. While there is a recycler within Stoicheia for normal order cards, but in most cases you would rather have the normal card in your hand rather than discard it, because you will need to use it for a future turn, if you have a future turn, that is. Even if you don't discard Spoof Shade for the order discard cost, he's still a decent booster. He's an 18k booster. At this point, we all know how disgusting the power can get for a Zorga deck. With the Zorga Masque, as well as some other order cards that continuously give your front row more and more power, why not just have another 18k booster to hit even harder? Not bad of a great one, but then again, he doesn't really provide a lot of value other than being a discard cost for these two cards that I mentioned. There may be more, I'm not sure. There are other much more beneficial units to be run inside a Zorga deck. From my standpoint, I don't think you need this, at least for now. Last, for Zorga's support, we have the triple R for Stoicheia, not really for Zorga specifically. Conceited Noble Philander. Auto, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle from hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them and discard it and shuffle the deck. Second skill, continuous Rearguard Circle. During your turn, if your drop has 10 or more cards, this unit gets 10k power. So as for me reading the skills out to you, you should know that this is basically a triple R quality card. Not only is this card able to help set up the drop zone for your whole combo turn, be it milling the roaming prison dragon or a specific order card that you will want to have in your drop zone so that you can alchemy magic it, this guy here is your guy. Top 5 is very generous because it's highly likely that you're able to check your key pieces from the top 5 and then just mill it to the drop zone, since you will be able to superior card from the drop zone anyway. This guy is really nice. It helps sets up your board, it helps sets up your combo. Really nice card. The best thing here is that even if you check the top 5, there's nothing good. For example, all 5 of them are triggers. The discard one from the top 5 is not mandatory. You don't have to discard anything, you just shuffle it back to the deck. Very nice control in terms of the milling. Very nice design. The 18k booster is whatever. The 18k booster is whatever. I mean, at this point, we have a lot of 18k booster within Stoicheia. Maybe not that much. I just keep saying that it is that much, but still, having an 18k booster is not bad, and you can just push him to the front row to act as an attacker. Since there is no restriction to a certain boss unit within the skill of this unit, all of Stoicheia is able to use this. At this point in time in Cardfight Vanguard, long running the standard format, deck building is more complex than ever. At least that's what I feel. Because you have a lot of good units to run. The only question is, which unit do you value more? Each and every one of them has their benefit, and each and every one of them is very restrictive or does not really provide the same value as other cards. This card is okay. He's not game breaking. He's just there to make some Stoicheia decks lives really easy. For example, Stoicheia decks that really rely on having certain units in the drop zone for them to superior call back. Yeah, this guy is really good. But other than that, kinda underwhelming for now, but quality of life is a definite label on the support for Zorga this time. The last card for this video is going to be the support card for Vanguard, specifically Orfist as well as Aerodogroma. Skewed Pain Dragon. Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost Counterblast 1. For every 5 of the sum of the grades of set orders in your order zone, choose one of your opponent's Rearguard, retire it, and this unit gets 5k power until the end of that battle. Plus 10k power if the sum of the grades is 10. So it's a generic board control support for Vanguard. The more set order that you have in the order zone, you are able to get a lot of value from this guy's skill, provided of course they are a increment of 5 grades. The only problem for this card is that the increment of 5 grades in the set order zone, only then you're able to retire an extra rearguard and gain an extra 5k. That's, I think, is the problem for the generic Vanguard right line at the moment. The only right line within Vanguard that is able to accumulate a ridiculous amount of grade in the set order is going to be Orfist as well as Aerodogroma, which is this bad boss unit. Orfist is okay since you do need to set up War Order like no tomorrow to activate the War Order skills, and with you riding Orfist Regis as well as Orfist Masque, you're able to just keep on setting the War Order from the drop zone. This does increase the amount of grades in the set order, which makes this a perfect fit for Orfist. However, the one big downside for Orfist Masque in terms of using this card is that after your first Orfist Masque Masque skill, you will start to lose your world order really fast, because you will need to remove world order from your auto zone to superior call the shadow army token. That actually kinda undermines the number of grades in your order zone, which will basically render this card providing less and less value as we go into the later turn. The best card to take advantage of this guy here is going to be Aerodogroma. Almost 60% of a Aerodogroma deck consists of set orders, so it is possible to get a full board wipe from Aerodogroma. I mean, sure, you do have some retiring skills from the world order that Aerodogroma can use, but since setting those world orders are basically free, yeah, Skewed Pain Dragon is a perfect fit inside Aerodroma's skill. Just one counterblast and it is possible to board nuke the opponent's field, with the exception of resist unit. I'm looking at you, Eva. And not only that, this card gets a 5k unit for every 5 grades in the set order. It could go really high inside an Aerodogroma deck. I would not be surprised if Skewed Pain Dragon is able to go as much as 25k, if of course the order setup is just really good. Still, very decent card and should take into consideration when you are going up against either Orfist, Masque or Aerodogroma. I don't think the other right lines within Brand will want to use this card, because most of them only set like one set order. At most be retiring one at most. Very nice card, and I could see this benefit Brandgate as an overall, the more set orders that each and every Brandgate decks receive. And that is all for this video. Do let me know down in the comment section of what do you think of the support cards that these 3 decks receive in DBT13. They're honestly not bad, it's just providing more quality as well as more shenanigans for the deck to take advantage of, and I'm really excited to see what people come up with. Do like and subscribe if you like this video, and of course during the bell notification icon so that you don't miss a video I upload. With that being said, I'll see you all on the field.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.